Hello and welcome back to the sideboard. I am Ruben Bressler here at SCG Dallas. This will be the last time you see me because I'm sitting next to our Legacy Open champion, Ty Thomason. Ty, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well done. We were entertained the whole way through because you have sort of a different Stoneblade deck than we've seen recently. Most people have been sort of hedging against combo a bit too much, I suppose, and you were much more against the fair decks with the 4 Mishra's Factory plan plus True Name Nemesis, just trying to beat anyone else who's trying to play fair, and just hang on a little bit against the unfair decks like you played against in the final.
Right.
Is that really the plan?
Yeah, that's kind of the plan, to be the best fair deck, especially with True Name Nemesis. It seems kind of crazy that, you would play fair decks without True Name Nemesis.
Sure. So let's talk about the new 3-1 Merfolk. It was really the talk of this tournament. Going to be a big Impact All-Star next weekend in DC. Talk to me about just how good True Name Nemesis is in your deck specifically.
Well, in my deck, he's really good because you can put all sorts of different equipment on him, and a Batter Skull with equipped to a True Name Nemesis is just impossible to race by almost any deck. And in my testing, I used to play Sword of Feast and Famine, and I switched that with Sword of Fire and Ice just so I can attack through other True Name Nemesis.
Yeah, well, getting the extra card draw I think is really important there as well.
Yeah.
So it's good by itself. 3 damage a turn is good by itself, but especially when you have a GT. Even with just a GT, it's tough to raise because you can gain the 4 life or you can deal the 7 damage. It's just an extremely powerful card. The Mishra's Factories are really interesting to me. On the one hand, because there's one of each season that you had in your deck, and also because it's a card that's sort of fallen out of favor recently. Why did you decide to go with the traditional Mishra's Factory plan?
Well, I have a friend from Oklahoma, Darren Menard, and he's been playing Mishra's Factories nonstop. He got 9th at the Open in Indianapolis, and he's still been playing the Factories. That's where I picked up the list originally about a year ago, and just updated it with the new cards. I've always liked Factory because it attacks Jace. I don't like the black cards that you put in Stoneblade. They don't seem to do anything to me.
You may have to fight against Shaheen Sarani on that one. We'll hear a little bit of his defense of the black cards. I'm sure we will. Not only when we go back to the booth, but later in an article when he says, at Legacy Open champion, he doesn't know what he's talking about. I'm Shaheen Sarani, and I approve of Esper Stoneblade. What do you have to say about that? Do you think that the positives that you gain from playing black just aren't worth it?
That's mostly it. It's just I feel like in the mirror, the black cards aren't very good. And like I said, I built my deck to beat other fair decks, and so I wanted to have that. And
yeah, of course. Clearly, you'd rather have Thoughtseize against the combo decks like you played the finals. But
and then you also get more basic lands, which I like against Wasteland. Like I was even playing 24 land. I just don't like losing to Wasteland. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're not going to lose to fair decks, you can't lose to Mana Screw either. And so being able to have those extra lands and fighting against Blood Moon and things like that is also really good. So you now have a trophy on your mantle, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah,
it's pretty nice. You're from Houston. Are you planning on making the trip out to Vegas for the Invitational now?
I wanted to, but I have a final exam on that Friday.
Oh, rats.
Couldn't do it.
You're not degenerate enough to finish the final exam, head straight to the airport?
No.
Oh, I guess the hours. Friday, so I guess it wouldn't work out for you to be able to do that. No, can't take it a day early. Can't convince the professor. No. Well, you'll be able to defend this next time we come to Texas. Congratulations once again on the win.
Thanks.
Ty Thomason here at SCG Dallas. That's it for me, Ruben Bressler here in the sideboard. We're going to toss it back to the booth.